Hello, 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 hello. ¿Cómo andan? ¿Cómo les va? ¿Cómo se va? ¿Cómo se dice? Feliz Thursday. Hello, hello. ¿Cómo andan, besties? ¿Qué pedo? Dude, I am like I went down a bunch of rabbit holes. Hello, hello. Hello, besties. Hello, hello. Hola, hola. ¿Cómo andan? Hey, bestie, I'm totally messed up. Why? Bestie, hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. Finally. I know, dude, I've been like, hoy yo andaba de chacha. Hoy andaba de chacha. Which rabbit holes? The Idaho 4. I went down that rabbit hole. And then the Lindsay case went down that rabbit hole. Just in time. Good evening. Good evening when I started as besties. So, yeah. I was going down a lot of rabbit holes, and it's interesting. It's interesting to say the least. I'm on the Lindsay case as well. I have one episode left on the Idaho case. Yeah. To be honest though, don't care for the Netflix show. Lindsay's attorney is top notch. That he is. That he is. Pero chequea eso, mija, because YouTube isn't notifying us. Ah, perria, pues cómo llegaste? It's not letting you know. Excuse me. Sorry. Hero. So, yeah. Oh, also, I'm gonna let y'all know there will be a live every day, but some of them are gonna be bestie lives. I can't do double live days. I realized. I was watching this time. It notified me. Okay, maybe I don't know. Maybe turn on the notifications. No say. So I will be going live every day in August and September, but there is a twist. There will be days where they will be bestie lives. So regular besties, you will not get a live every day. But bestie members, you will get a live every day. Because it's too much. It's too much. So today's regular live. Tomorrow there will be a live as well, but it'll be a bestie live. It's going to be a late night live. We are going to get into criminal cases. We're doing cold case files. We're doing all types of shit because chica eso, mija. Chica eso. So, first of all, happy Thursday. I hope everybody has had a lovely week so far. Me personally, I have been busy the first couple of days of the week, and now I'm just like, I'm kind of crashing. But today I was cleaning all day, and yeah, just decluttering a little bit. And I got a bunch of packages, so that's fun. What time is the live tomorrow? Tomorrow the live will be, I believe, at 9 p.m. I said. We're gonna do a little late night live. I think I might get me a little glass of wine and let's talk true crime. You know what I mean? We gotta talk about Vanessa and Victor. Bestie, I don't know the tea yet. Alguien cuéntame el pinche chisme. The Bebe kids going back to school in 2 weeks. Where are we going for a celebratory brunch? Bestie, honestly, everybody needs it. Hello, hello. Échame porres. I'm tuning in from the Stairmaster. Tú échale, mijita. Okay, hold your calzones. Oh gosh, I'm scared. I'm scared. I was looking into the Lindsay case. I was just at Costco buying everything to make tapas for the live tomorrow. What's tapas? Topos? I low-key, tomorrow I might try to make emoladas. Send an audio. I need like the gist of it. Late night plus true crime, the weight of my corazon. Yeah. But tomorrow I'm gonna look into a different case because low-key, I've been dying to talk about the Idaho 4. These damn ads. Thank you, besties. Thank you for watching them. I really, truly appreciate it. I want to talk about the Idaho 4. Like, I was bamboozled, bitch. Victor and Vanessa are married. She has a child. He had a child. They have two together. 4 days before their 5-year anniversary, she finds he is cheating with a lady 12 years older than him from work. That's crazy. An older woman is crazy. Didn't we already talk about that? I didn't know their lore. Even the TGI lady did a reading and said the old lady is doing witchcraft on her. You got it, that bestie. Why is there already so many besties in here? Right? Thank you. I feel like the roommate that wasn't killed has something to do with it. Okay, let's talk about Victor and Vanessa. So I did not. This is what I know about Victor and Vanessa. Then we're talking about the Idaho 4. Okay. And then we'll talk about the Lindsay case. So with Victor and Vanessa, I personally um did not understand it. I've never followed them, to be honest. It's because for me, I'm gonna tell y'all what I like to watch, right? I know y'all like to watch me, as y'all should. But I need somebody to watch. And I watch like the New York girlies. Okay. I watch the New York girlies. I'm not done with the Idaho case. Bestie, to be honest, you'd rather hear it from me. I'm being so dead ass because Netflix was fuckery. Netflix was fuckery. When you go down the rabbit hole like I did, that Netflix documentation was pure fucking ass. They're playing with our booty holes, bitch. Ábrete, mijita. Because they straight up play with your booty hole with that shit. So yeah, hold on tight, baby. Buckle up. So Vanessa and Victor, I don't really follow family content. I really don't, to be honest, because I'm just like, it's cute. There's some family channels that I'll follow, but other than that, not really. So I had not seen them, and that's not shitting on them. Hey, Brianna, where you been, girl? That's not shitting on them. I've never watched them, right? So, but for whatever reason, the algorithm brought me to the T because I saw the video where it said after I don't know how many years and he still cheated, and then she deleted the video. Right? So that's where I was just like, whoa, 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 bring it back, baby. Who are you and why are you posting that? You know what I mean? So I was shooketh. I was kind of shooketh. And so then watch Amber Vance on YouTube. And she has I think I don't know, a 14, 19 part series about everything. You need to watch her. Watch her. She breaks it down very good. Amber Vance on YouTube. Look at her. So, I didn't know the lore. Ray just told us what it was. And so I guess they've been together. They each had a kid, and they have 2 together. So 4 kids total. And then some older lady is doing brujeria on her man, on Victor, to get him with her. Which I don't even want to fucking bring in brujeria, because some men are stupid. The other day when you said you didn't know Aries, I'm like, hey, you know me and my sister Aries. Oh, no wonder, baby. I fucks with y'all. So I think that it's not far-fetched. It's not far-fetched for a man to just cheat on his wife. I think that's normal. I don't want to make excuses like brujeria. But if the old lady is doing brujeria, then I mean, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Where the fuck was he working at? That's my question. Where you working at when you're meeting older women? Now Vanessa said Victor is saying Vanessa is an unfit mom because she does social media. Okay, but he was benefiting from it. I think this was a blessing in disguise. I think that Vanessa should get a limpia. I don't know you, girl. You don't know me. But get a limpia, baby. Go to Catemaco, go to Leon, get a limpia, and rebuke all that energy. And just focus on yourself. To be honest, right. He was a brokey. Yeah, because all of a sudden it's a problem. But when you was benefiting from it, you know what I mean? Everything was good. Now she's an unfit mom. Like, make it make sense. I hate men like that. But that sucks. She's going to have a major glow. Oh, for sure. She's a pretty girl. So I think she's going to have a major glow. She's going to focus on herself. It sucks because there's stepkids involved. I feel like that sucks when family gets separated like that. But hey, he decided to do that. And you know what? Good luck, I guess. Good luck. Good luck in your endeavors. Leave me the fuck alone. We're talking about the true crime for this live or the next one? Are we talking about true crime for this live or the next one? It will be for the next, it'll be a bestie live. But I do want to talk about the Idaho 4. So tomorrow there will be a bestie live. So you have to be a bestie member to see the live. I will be doing 1 live a day, but some of these lives will be bestie lives. So tomorrow, 9 p.m., we're going to have a little glass of wine, talk about true crime. I'm going to pick a different case to talk about, but I do want to talk about the Idaho 4 because y'all told me to watch it, and I want to talk about it. She's going to have, yeah. In the reading, it said the old lady had won a lawsuit or something like that, so she was paying for everything. Gross. I hate men that do that, hating on their ex when it doesn't benefit them anymore. She was starting to blame herself because of the antidepressants that caused her low libido. Baby, I wouldn't want to fuck a brokey either. The sister-in-law is now saying she sent someone to destroy Victor and Nancy's cars, and my first thought is as she should. And if she did, okay. Okay, if she did, okay. Okay, good. Respectfully, I don't like true crime and don't enjoy it. Oh, you're not going to like this live then, baby. So I guess I'll see you in 2 lives. Bye. I'll see you in 2 lives, bestie. Hey, bestie, my dad had a piece of his colon removed. Prayers for a speedy recovery. Oh, bestie, I'm sorry. Speedy recovery. I'll be praying for him, bestie. That's rough, especially cuando tan grandes. Brenda, happy 39 months, bestie. Hello, bestie. Happy Thursday. Again, always trying to blame women for men's mistakes. Vanessa is the victim. Yeah, and honestly, who cares? Who gives a fuck? We got bitches who slash tires and break windows when their baby daddy cheats on them. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do, baby. I despise the day I became the person in charge of dinner for the rest of my days. Same. Anyways, yeah, anyways. But you know, it'll be nice. It'll be nice to see Vanessa bloom and do her own content and, you know, just apartarse de él. Sometimes men hold you back. Do you know about the Kuri ringing case? I do not. Remind me though. DM me, bestie. Can you send me the like a reminder so I could look it up? So the Idaho 4 case, okay? Idaho, Idaho, Idahos. Get ready, bitch, because I am pissed. I'm pissed at you bitches who told me to watch the Netflix series because they fucking played with my ass, all right? Let's talk about it. Because to be honest, it's very confusing. It's very confusing. Like, I didn't get it. And I was sat, baby. When I tell y'all I was sat, I was fucking sat because I was like, first impression, is he guilty or not? On the Idaho 4? On the Idaho 4, bestie? Because you're asking about the Idaho 4. Yes. No, I don't. I know. I don't. I do not think that man... Can I tell y'all something? Because we're going to get into it. That man, okay, that is incarcerated, who pled guilty to this, as soon as I saw him, you could... Y'all don't... Well, I could be crazy, right? And I don't fucking know shit, right? I don't know shit. But, do I think he did it? No. Do I think he played a part? Yes. I think he played a part in it. I do not think that he did it. I do not think that he committed this crime. I think he is a scapegoat, and I think he knows exactly what the fuck happened. And when I saw him, DNA doesn't lie. Exactly. Exactly. We're going to get into it. When I saw him, he looks confused. The first thing I thought, and I'm not going to lie, okay, don't come at me, don't cancel me. I thought Tism. This is a very smart man. I thought Tism, and he is autistic. He is autistic. He was very fucking smart. He, like, DNA can be planted. No, but we're going to talk about DNA. We're going to talk about DNA. Because it is true. DNA does not lie. His DNA was on that, and it was there. So we cannot discuss. I'm not saying that he was not there. My thing is, I'm not saying, what's his name? Brian. I'm not saying that he was not there. I'm not saying that he didn't see anything. My thing is, I'm not saying that he wasn't there. He was there. Okay? He was there. Do I think that he did it? No. No, I don't think he did it. Now, let's get into it, okay? Let's start it. And before y'all come at me with y'all's bullshit, listen, Linda, okay? Because I want you, especially Susana, Bessie, because I'm saving you time on that fuck-ass documentary. Can someone explain the case? I don't have Netflix or heard about this case. Okay, let's talk about it. So it's the Idaho 4. It's a bunch of college kids in Idaho, right? I think it's called Moscow, Idaho. It's a small town. It's like College Station over here. It's like, you know, a bunch of bars and stuff, a bunch of college kids. They're either renting apartments or houses, right? So we got a bunch of kids living in one house, right? We got a bunch of kids living in one house, and listen to this bullshit. Because I want y'all to hear it. I want y'all to hear it the way I heard it. Because I'm telling you, I was sat when I was listening to it, and I could not understand for the fuck of it, of like, how can you do that? Because make it make sense, right? So, yeah, it's a college town, and there's 5 girls living together, and then 1 boyfriend. So we got Ethan and, is it Zaina? Ethan and Zaina, they're a couple, all right? Then we got Katie, we got Maddie, we got Dylan, and we got Bethany, right? I know. There's a lot of them. And then we got Ethan. He's a part of triplets. He has a sister and a brother named Hunter. I forgot the sister's name. They're all going to college. They're all in this little town. They're all partying, having a good time. Nothing makes sense, besties. So, listen to this shit. 4 of these people are dead. Xana, 4 of these people are dead, okay? We have Xana, Ethan, Maddie, and Kaylee, okay? They're dead. And you have to watch, I'm telling you, watch Amber Vance, her YouTube series about it, because I'm telling you, the documentary is stupid. I gotta be honest, Bessie. The documentary says a whole lot of fucking nothing. The documentary is, I mean, you get information, but it's literally in these people's favor, if you ask me, okay? We might have to get the whiteboard out. You might be right, baby. Where's the whiteboard at? Where's my whiteboard? Give me a second. Cause this shit got me fucked up. Oh, here we are. When I tell you this shit got me all the way fucked up. Like a chilepa. Hold on, let me get a marker. What did I even have on here? Who knows? We'll never know now. I'm gonna do initials because I cannot fucking write all this out. I can compare him to Nick, Gypsy Rose X, both autistic, both like manipulating to murder and ultimately taking blame. There's like 4 or 5 docs about it, 2020 Dateline specials. No deadass. I was like, why? Why aren't they talking about how he planned it or what was the link to them? Because I'm confused why the cops weren't called right away, especially since the girl saw a man in a ski mask. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. So we got, oh, this doesn't even work. It doesn't even work, baby. Give me a second. Okay, so we got Zaina and Ethan, and then we got Kaylee and Maddie, right? And then we have Dylan and Bethany. Now, this is how we're gonna do it. Zaina, Ethan, Kaylee, Maddie, and then Dylan and Bethany. Dylan is a girl. She has a boy name, but I mean, you know, it's fine. She's a girl though. So, these 4 people, okay, are RIP'd. These 4 people are RIP'd. And Dylan and Bethany, mind you, all of them are living in the same house. Dylan and Bethany are survivors. And I put quotes there, baby, because I don't know how true this is. They're survivors. They were not killed, obviously. They were intactas. Nothing happened to them. Now, there's a lot of key points here, okay? So the house, if you watch Amber Vance's YouTube series, she has a layout of the house because you kind of have to really see it. It's very confusing. It's like an older like college house. It was built for that. It's very weird the way the layout is. Like you walk in and there's rooms and you got to go upstairs to get to the living room and you got to go to the corner to get to the other rooms. Like it's like a maze, to be honest. It's not a normal house. It's a weird house. So if you go to that house for the first time, you would not know how to get in. You know what I mean? Like you'd have to be there to understand how to maneuver around the house. So it's one random night. All of them have been drinking. All of them have been having a good time. Zaina and Ethan were apparently like bouncing around from bars to parties to apartments. Okay. Kaylee and Maddie, they had gone to a little bar. They had gone and got some food, and then they got home. They were all drinking. I think Maddie was the drunkest, right? And then we have Dylan and Bethany. Dylan and Bethany apparently were home. They also went out, but their timeline is off, okay? All we know is around 2 a.m. is when apparently they were all home. That's all we know. That's all we know. Allegedly, they all were home at 2 p.m. Allegedly, the murder happened around 4 a.m., okay? So Bethany is on the first floor. So when you first walk into the back of the house, because the back in this instance is the front and the front is the back. When you go in, you go to the first room, that's Bethany's. And then you go up and that's Zaina's. Okay, sorry, Zaina's and Dylan's. Now, allegedly, right? Yeah, they were all coming home from partying. Everybody was on their own little missions, but they all make it home at the same time, right? They're thinking that the crimes were committed around 2 a.m. and not 4 a.m. But there's a DoorDash involved. And then we have Brian, right? The suspect and the killer, allegedly. Around those times too. So we got all this going on. Now, Zaina and Ethan, they're a couple. They were in Zaina's room. They are both unalived. And it's a bloody fucking mess, okay? It's a bloody mess. They were stabbed multiple times. And Dylan says that she heard some commotion. She heard some commotion. She thought something was happening. She couldn't understand. And then she heard somebody saying that there was a man in the house. So she locks her door. Bethany locks her door too. They don't come out. They're scared, supposedly, right? They're scared. So then Dylan calls Bethany, okay? Or Bethany calls Dylan. I forget who calls who. One of them calls the other one, all right? And they say, Bethany tells Dylan, come downstairs. I'm downstairs. Come down here and we'll lock ourselves in the room. Dylan says that when she opens the door, she sees the killer. He walks right past her. She sees him. They lock eyes and he leaves. He doesn't kill her. He just leaves. And so then she says that her room is directly across from Zayna's, y'all. Okay, or Xana's. Zayna, whatever. Z, we're just gonna say Z. She sees Z lying on the floor and she says, "Oh, I thought that she was just passed out from being drunk." So there was a man in the house. You see this man and you don't think to go check in on Z. You just run downstairs to Bethany's room. So she runs downstairs to Bethany's room and they lock themselves in the room. And for 8 motherfucking hours, y'all, they do not leave the room. They do not go to check on any of the other roommates. They don't call anybody. They only call some friends of theirs, some guy friends, to come and see. They're like, "Oh, we saw Z passed out. Can y'all go check on her?" Now, in the pictures, okay, oh, it's with the X, my bad. In the pictures, oh, you're right, I put Z too. Let me put an X right here. In the pictures, X is Z. X is a fucking bloody mess. X is a bloody mess, y'all. Like it's a horror scene. There's blood everywhere. How can you not smell it? My thing is, when they show the picture, right? I mean, I haven't seen the unfiltered version. They have like a sticker on it to where like you can't see, right? It's blurred out. You can tell. You can tell that that person is. And she was like, "I just thought she was unconscious because she was drunk." And so then, okay, that's the first red flag. She doesn't go to check on them. They don't check on anybody. And then it goes from Dylan saying that she heard a fight, that she heard something going on, and then she goes to, "Oh, I think they were just unconscious." So they don't do anything. They don't do anything about it. They call some friends to come and check up on it. That's it. They don't call the police for 8 hours. They just lock themselves in the room and they're on their phone all night on Instagram taking pictures. They were just como si nada. They didn't do anything for 8 fucking hours. And then around 12 p.m. the next fucking day is when they decide, let's call the cops. Baby, all those hours had passed and they didn't do a damn motherfucking thing. And the only reason they called the cops is because the other people came over to check it out and they're like, "What the hell is going on?" Right? But about those other people that came to check it out, sus as fuck. Sorry, NROX, happy 40 months. Happy 40 months with you and more to come. Enjoying watching the New York and the fall series. Thank you, bestie. Yeah, there was blood coming outside of the house. It was a bloody fucking mess. Have you ever smelt blood? There's no way they didn't smell it. There's no way that they didn't they're fucking liars. I don't care what anybody says, they're fucking liars. So that happens, right? So then, yeah, they wait 8 hours to call the police. And when they call the police, do they play the 911 call on Netflix? No. A lot of it has been redacted. They didn't show everything. They really fucked up this case, if you ask me. There's more to it, and they didn't do enough. So when Dylan and Bethany call the cops, they don't say, "Hey, there's been a murder. There was an intruder." They say, "My friend is passed out unconscious up there, and we tried to wake her up." No, they didn't try to wake her up. They told the police they had tried to wake her up and she wouldn't wake up. There's no fucking way they did that. They would have seen that she's dead and she had all these fucking stab wounds. Out of everybody, X fought the hardest. Out of everybody, X was fighting for her fucking life. She had stab wounds everywhere. Everywhere, okay? So, yeah, they lied. They lied. The police get there. They're walking into. The police don't know. The police think it's just some normal shit, like, oh, somebody's unconscious. There was a bunch of, drunk college kids. They have no idea. They go up there, they see everything, and they're shooketh. They're shooketh. Now, it takes them a while to figure out what the hell happened. Does Stephanie Sue have an episode on them? I don't know. I need to see. I need to see. So the police get there. They're shook. They're trying to figure everything out. They got all the kids outside. They're questioning them. Bethany tried to leave. Bethany had called a friend to go pick her up because she didn't want to be there when the police got there. But the friend took too long and got there when the police got there. So they had to question her. They start saying that, that the walls there are paper thin. You could hear a pin drop. Then they go from saying, "Oh, yeah, like it was crazy. We heard screams. We heard this," to saying, "Well, I didn't hear anything. I actually didn't hear anything at all. Like, I couldn't hear screams. I couldn't hear anything. I just thought, a guy was in here because Maddie was sleeping with him, or maybe X had a guy in her room. I don't know." Like, they were blaming the victims, the deceased, saying that maybe they brought some strange guys home. They know damn well that's not what happened. So, whatever. They start doing investigating. They start getting cam footage. They do see this white car that belonged to Dylan. So they right away are looking for him. They're like, he's the only one who was around there, and apparently they find his DNA on some knife thing, right? A little knife holder. So now they're looking for him. They're looking for him. They do see some random ass DoorDash, okay, a random ass DoorDash in X's name. They don't know when the fuck she placed it. They don't know who the fuck did it, and apparently Dylan is the one who fucking placed the DoorDash order in X's name. And it was Jack in the Box. It was just so fucking weird. Mind you, all this is happening when apparently they weren't home, or they were home. It's like the timelines don't fucking add up. Dylan is a girl. She's a girl who is a survivor. Dylan and Bethany are survivors. So they're looking through all the footage. They're trying to figure everything out. And it already happened, right? So Brian already pled guilty because he did not want the death penalty. I think he's going to be in prison for life, but he didn't fight it. He was just like, yes, I did it. I just don't want the death penalty. He didn't want to go to trial. So he was like, whatever, it's me. So we're going back to the house, right? The DoorDash, all that shit. New stuff has came out because before everybody had like footage of the car. Everybody had footage around the time that it was happening, but nobody had audio. We finally get audio, and these bitches are screaming. I mean, they're like fucking, they're freaking out. They're fighting for their lives, and it's a neighbor's footage. So for Dylan and Bethany, who were in the fucking house when this was going down, to say that they didn't hear anything, but 2 houses down, you can hear it clear as fucking day on the audio of these girls fighting for their life and like just screaming, and like they're saying no. And I think that they do say Brian's name. Something's just not right. It just doesn't add up. So they go into forensics and all that. They get the DNA. They find his DNA there, but that's it. They don't have the knife. They don't have the knife that killed these girls and this boy, right? Now, I went to go watch Amber Vance, right, on YouTube to see everything that she was talking about the case. And bitch, she's spot on with a lot of shit. My first red flag from this whole thing when I was watching the Netflix thing is that why would you wait 8 hours to call the police? You don't, and I no, but they don't get enough hate. People are like, oh, leave these poor girls alone. No, actually, y'all, the 8 hours is very important because we all know they were stabbed to death. We don't know how they were stabbed in the moment. They could have potentially saved their fucking lives. X could have been saved. E could have been saved. You know, Kayla and Maddie, they could have been saved. We don't know. There are plenty of survivors of stab wounds. They decided to not go check on their friends and wait 8 hours to call the police. Time is of the essence. They probably, I want to say, maybe could have saved somebody. An ambulance should have been called. There could have been an attempt to save somebody's life, and they did not call the police. 8 hours is a long time. 8 hours is a motherfucking shift, bitch. And they didn't call. And then they lied to police saying that they weren't on their phone. They got their phones. They saw activity from 2 a.m. all the way up until 12. They didn't even sleep. These girls didn't even fucking sleep. They were up all night on their phones. They did not go to sleep. So it's crazy. But see, the way he stabbed them, I don't think so. We don't know. We weren't there. We don't know. We don't know. And here, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. The time is of the essence. You don't know. There has been miracles. There have been miracles. Have y'all seen the woman where I believe it was her ex, or I don't know if it was her ex or what, but this woman literally was stabbed, and she was basically assaulted, and they literally fucking cut her neck. I see, besties. Okay? And she got the courage, I don't know how, or the strength, the adrenaline. She got up and held her fucking head together. It was falling off, and she made it. And she has a huge ass scar here, but she survived. So I refuse to believe that somebody wouldn't have survived, or at least there could have been an attempt. I don't believe that for a second. Miracles happen every day. You never know. You literally never know. So no. And either way, when shit like that happens, here's my thing, right? What would you have done? I genuinely can tell you right now, I would not have ran downstairs. If I would have seen my friend in a bloody mess, I probably wouldn't have gone to her, but I would have locked myself in the room and called 911. From the moment that they said there's an intruder, I would have been calling 911. Like, that's insane. I'm not going to walk past my friend, a bloody mess, blood all over the floor, smelling blood in my nostrils, and then just go downstairs and not call the cops for 8 hours. That is the craziest fucking thing I've ever heard. And they're like, well, she was in shock. Both of these bitches were in shock at the same fucking time. Both of these bitches were not that in shock because they were coherent enough to be on their phones. They were on Instagram. They were taking videos and pictures of themselves. So if you have time to do that, you have time to call the police. They didn't care. And even the mom, one of the moms of the deceased said, If they had called 911, maybe somebody would have been alive. Also, not possibly jump out a window and run to a nearby. Exactly. Like flight or fight kicks in, and they chose we don't give a fuck. So I don't believe that for a second. Now, they're saying that Brian did this, right? I refuse to believe, and this is just me. This is just me. This is not factual. This is my own opinion. I refuse to believe that that man was able to unalive 4 people, including another boy, okay, another man, and not have any fucking wounds on himself. He didn't have any wounds. He did not leave a trace of his own blood. There was nothing of his there except for the knife thing. That was it. And they said the ex fought with her life. There was no defensive wounds. Now, here's another thing, okay? One of the boys who showed up, and he is on police cam, he comes up and he is covering his arms. He has a hoodie on. He's covering his hand when he's talking to the police, and nobody thought that that was suspicious. Nobody thought to check these boys if they had any defensive wounds on them. Nobody thought to see, hey, what's going on? You know, why you got those cuts? Nothing. There's no way. And then the place was pretty clean. They had a dog. The dog had no blood on him. There was only blood of the victims in certain areas. Everything else was spotless clean. Somebody went and cleaned that shit up. And then also the door supposedly being open, but when they got there, the door was closed. So they went to go see that Ethan and Z were in fact dead. And they still made the 911 call saying that they were just unconscious. You cannot tell me you did not see all that blood. Like, y'all need to watch the body cam footage. It's insane. Also, in 8 hours, no one went to pee. He would have heard them and hurt them too. Exactly. And here's the thing too. You got a home intruder. I don't know. Again, I don't know too much about serial killers. I don't know too much about people who fucking commit murders. But I think the number one thing is you don't want people, you don't leave witnesses. So he saw her, he let her see him, and then he just walks off. Prior to him killing them, he was caught circling the area. When he was questioned about that, he said he was stargazing. I believe that he was a pervert. I believe he was a pervert. He probably was watching one of them. But do I think he did this? No. This is my theory, okay? This is going to sound fucking crazy. This is my theory. My theory is he was a pervert, okay? Are they still investigating, or is it just speculation at this point since he pleaded guilty? He just pleaded guilty and they let it be. They let it be. They didn't go in any further into it. They did accidentally release people's information, and they did release like the uncensored photos. It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. I didn't see them. I saw like just like the blood and stuff. I did not see bodies, but none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. Then they were saying that he had been inside the house. And then Dylan said she didn't know him. But apparently she did know him. The only connection that he had was Dylan. So make it fucking make sense. Like I can't. And then they fucking tore the house down. The house was torn down. So there is no house anymore to go even like look at anything. I think that's crazy. It happened so fast. People are saying he killed him, and then he's probably too exhausted and worn out from killing 4 people that he decided to leave Dylan and the other alive and just try to get out of there ASAP. My thing is, could one person do it? Maybe. My thing is, how did he not have any defensive wounds? X was fighting for her life. He didn't have anything on him. Nothing. I don't know. There's a lot of conspiracies. And one of the biggest conspiracy is that was a trap house. And they were fucking passing drugs through there. And that there are policemen involved. Some of the police officers are friends with those kids. That there might even be like some of the people from the college involved. Like there's so much. But my thing here, I could be wrong. I personally think that he was a pervert and he was obsessed with one of them. And so I think he was a peeping Tom. And I think him being a peeping Tom, he saw what happened. Because this was something that was weird because Dylan said it and then she retracted it later. She said that she heard him tell the girls, okay, again, first off, she said, well, you can't hear nothing. Then she said you could hear something. She retracted it later on saying that she doesn't remember that. But she said that whoever was up there told the girls upstairs, don't worry, I'm here to help you. So, could it have been that somebody else did it and then he ended up getting, reeled into the bullshit? He saw it? Could it be that he did it? Could it be that he had somebody help him? Could it be that he was just a peeping Tom and he happened to see the girl he was obsessed with getting stabbed? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Could it be that he was set up? I don't know. They don't have the murder weapon. They don't have anything. All they have was his DNA and then him just saying, you know what, I did it. Like it wasn't even that hard, to be honest. If we're being honest, it wasn't that hard. Because they don't even have the damn murder weapon. So I don't know. I guess you need to watch the series. You need to watch a series on YouTube with Amber Vance, and you need to fucking, she goes through everything, the timelines. They're all lying about what time they got there. They're all lying about the DoorDash. They're all lying about hearing something, not hearing something. She does play the footage of the neighbor's camera, hearing everything. Like there's so many details that are lacking. And this is my problem with Netflix, because they do this a lot. Netflix be playing with, and I'm gonna cancel you motherfuckers. Y'all keep this shit up. They stay lying. They stay lying. He also asked if anyone else was arrested when he was being arrested. Yes. And I'm telling you, so when I saw him, people who kill have a look in their eyes. I genuinely, he didn't look crazy to me, but he looked confused, if that makes sense. And I watched the whole documentary through. And when they got him, I was like, he looks confused. He doesn't look like, I don't know. He could lack emotion, and I could be wrong, but I didn't immediately think this is the one who did it. Because here's the thing. There's no why. There's always a why, besties. There's always a why. And the thing is, he's going to die in jail. He's going to die in jail. He pleaded guilty. He didn't want the death penalty, but I mean, he kind of got it. He will never see the light of day. So why not just say, yes, he said, yes, I did it, but he didn't say why. And so it's just like, why not just say, why de una vez? You're not getting out. Now he's trying to appeal. He's saying that he was not given correct counsel, and I don't know what else, but I don't know. I just don't understand the why. It was a random ass dude just going out there circling and being a peeping Tom, and then this happened. So could it be him? Maybe. I just refuse to believe he doesn't have any defense wounds. And like they were trying so hard. My thing is they were trying hard as hell to get his DNA for that one little thing. And it's just like, but there was no blood. There was nothing else. I don't know, y'all. I've never stabbed anybody. So I don't know how that works. But I would imagine if somebody's fighting for their life, you're going to nick yourself. You're going to end up either like nicking yourself, or you're going to get hit, or you like something. And there was nothing. There was nothing. Also, somewhere in there, y'all, because I'm sorry, we're going back to DNA. We're going back to DNA. Also, there was SA involved, and there was DNA allegedly of other men there. And they said, well, Brian said he did it, so we don't need to look into the other DNA. We don't need to look into these other guys. They never tested the other DNA. Yeah. And was that in the Netflix documentary? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. They also didn't even show the DoorDash. They made it seem like X is the one who ordered DoorDash when the whole time it was Dylan. So, and Amber Vance goes through all of that. But to me, it's like, I don't trust these motherfuckers. I don't trust them. They stay lying about shit. They only put, and dude, it was so just like, ugh. It was a little weird. I don't know. Some of it was just too much. No half-ass detective work. So yes, half-ass detective work. I knocked myself when tussling with my shaver Beso for exactly. Something's not right. And I don't care what anybody says. I'm looking at them two bitches that was living there. Wait, what's the document? It's called the Idaho 4. The cop also said homeboy, but caught himself. Exactly. It's one of the hunters as well. Not because there's a lot of hunters involved, and I think there's two Jacks involved. But the second hunter is the one where like he's sus. Also the ex-boyfriend. There's too much, Bessie. There's too much going in. There's too much information. My biggest red flag are these two girls who did nothing for 8 hours. It just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, so there's Jack. There's Jack, the ex-boyfriend, and then Jack, a guy that was in the hoodie that was talking to them outside of the bar and when they were eating food. It is a small town too, so I don't doubt everyone there knows each other and have relationships. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I personally don't know if he did it. I don't think he did it. I think that he's being framed, low-key. And if he did do it, they need more evidence. Because they need to test those other fucking DNA samples that they got. They need to test that shit. They need to figure out who these other people were. They said that it was they said it was male. They said it was male, but they don't know who. Okay, well, test it, baby. Test it. We already wasting resources on bullshit. Test that motherfucker and see what it is. And then tearing down the house is already... Yeah, they tore down the house. Just came back and I totally agree. Why would the roommates call a friend's boyfriend to come and check? Exactly. Here's the thing though. She knew. There's no way. The way they even blurted out, you can see the red through the picture. X was left in a bloody mess. She knew she was dead and she didn't go check on her. She ran downstairs. And then she called saying she's just unconscious. No, bitch, she's actually dead. But I think the two girls who survived planned it, because how did they survive that random attack? Exactly. So the other two girls stay in the room for 8 hours, didn't come out and see the other girls. Nope. Dylan says that she opens her door, she sees the man who attacked the intruder, and she didn't think anything of it. He left. And then she sees X on the floor. She's like, oh, she's just unconscious. And then she texts Bethany, I'm scared or something. I saw the guy. And she was like, come down, run downstairs. And so she runs downstairs. They lock themselves in the room and they don't call the cops. But they're on Instagram. They're on TikTok. They're on their phones. They're on Snapchat. And they don't think, oh, you know what? We should call 911. My biggest thing is, I don't know why they're not being charged with something. I don't know. That to me is negligence. I'm just saying. And you know what? I don't care. Had they been some little Mexican girls or some black girls, baby, whew, they be in jail too. They be in jail too. Because what do you mean? How do you just not fucking check on your friends? How do you not check on your friends? How do you not go and see if they're breathing? That is the fucking craziest thing I've ever seen. Without topic, did you guys already talk about the influence in Mexico? No, I haven't seen. I mean, I've seen it, but I haven't talked about it because I don't know too much about it, to be honest. As a parent, I would always wonder if 911 would have been called. Could they have saved my child? Yes. That was my immediate thought. When I was watching the documentary, they said, well, they waited 8 hours. And they're like, well, and the thing is, they defend these two girls throughout the whole thing. They're defending them. And it's just like, oh, 'cause shock. But they were in shock. I mean, I'm sure in the beginning you're in shock, but it wore off. If you're able to fucking take a picture and a video and you're able to be on Snapchat and Instagram, you ain't in shock, baby. I didn't think the surviving roommates were sus until they were screaming. The screaming was caught on neighbor's camera and they were taking selfies. Sus as fuck. Yep. I'm late, but I'm on episode 2 of that doc and why they call other people and not the police. How's that shock exactly? The cop kept saying shock can prevent you to respond. Yeah. No, because it wasn't just one person this happened to. It was for, what do you mean you didn't hear shit and didn't call 911? Yeah, and then Dylan is fuck that little bitch. Dylan is the fucking worst because she changes her story so fucking much, okay? That she changes it to, you could hear a pin drop in there. And it's like, well, I didn't hear anything. And then it was like, I saw X on the floor. And then it was like, why I saw the intruder, and then I didn't see the intruder. And then they go to saying, they said that they heard fireworks and they heard all other type of shit. What the fuck did you hear? What the fuck did you hear, right? And then she changes her story to the intruder being, she thought he was a firefighter. She's like, well, I heard fireworks and I heard fire or something. I don't know what I heard. So when I saw the guy, I thought he was a firefighter. And you didn't think there's fire in the house, I gotta run out the house? You ran down to Bethany's fucking room and so you think there's a fire in the house, you just saw a firefighter, you see your friend on the floor and you run down to Bethany's room and you lock yourself in a burning fucking house for 8 hours and you don't fucking call the cops. Okay, like, no, they changed their story up and they let them get away with this shit. And that's a red flag because you said what you said. Why change it now? Exactly. And the thing is, they said that they stayed in there and they went to sleep. I think they said they went to sleep. They said, no, baby, we got y'all's phones. Y'all were on y'all's phones for 8 fucking hours. So no, y'all didn't go to sleep. Y'all never fell asleep. They're saying one of the surviving roommates had shady friends. I don't know what the hell was going on, but those two bitches need to be investigated. They were on an adrenaline high. That's why they were awake the whole night. And did they call the cops? I'm going to say it. They were saving themselves and saying fuck everyone else. I don't believe it. I believe they were involved somehow. There's just no way. There's no way. You're telling me children, okay, who have been in similar situations, children who don't know shit, know to call the cops? You're telling me we've heard so many fucking stories and the first thing people do is call the police. People go out of their way to call the police. Bitches have been kidnapped and are figuring out how to alert, okay, police officers. And y'all just sat there, both of y'all having phones. Both of y'all having phones. Nobody fucking called the police is insane. It's insane. That's insane to me. Not only that, okay, let's say your first thought, I don't know if I should call the police. You don't call your mom? You don't call your dad? You don't call somebody? If that was the case, I would call the cops even quicker because I'll be scared that he's gonna kill me next. Exactly. Dylan and Bethany had two opportunities to call the police. As soon as they heard there was an intruder and they both locked themselves in their rooms, that was the first opportunity to call the police. And the second opportunity is when they saw that the intruder had left and they saw X on the floor. Okay, when Dylan saw X on the floor, she ran down to Bethany. If you have enough adrenaline, you have enough shock in your fucking ass to run down to Bethany's fucking room. Because here's the thing, right? Being scared, if you're so scared and in shock, I don't even think my feet would move. I don't even think my feet would move. She ran down to Bethany. And here's the thing, right? My thing is, why are we saying that this happened to both of them? They're two different people. Shock works in different ways for different people. Two people experience the same type of shock. No, fuck out of here. Why wouldn't they jump out a window if we were running? If I wanted to save myself, I wouldn't have stayed there thinking the door would protect me. I would have jumped out the window, go to the neighbor or something. I don't know about all that. My first thing, as soon as I heard intruder and I fucking shut and locked my door, I'm calling the fucking police. That's the first thing. I think I'll probably lock myself in the closet, lock the room, and then go in the restroom or the closet and then call the police. That's the first thing I think I would do. Hide and call the police. I would not just sit there and wait. What the fuck am I doing? You know what I mean? I wouldn't just sit there and wait and then fucking call Bethany. What the fuck Bethany gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? And the same thing. Bethany heard it, locked her fucking door. She heard the intruder, locks her door, doesn't call the police. There has to be at least one smart person in this fucking house. They're all going to college. So it's like, there's no way not one of y'all thought, let me call the police. It doesn't make sense to me. This was planned. This was fucking strategic. I don't care what anybody says. And then bitches got away with it. Them bitches took advantage of this shit and they got away with it. I don't want to say that they did it because they also didn't have defensive wounds on them, but they know who did it and they know why they did it. And they're just protecting themselves at this point. And, well, how do you escape that? How do you fucking sleep at night? Mind you, she locked eyes with the intruder, a random ass man in your house, and you're not going to question your roommates or call the cops, please. Exactly. So, don't piss me off. But do a deep dive. I had more questions than answers. And when they just ended on the family members, they're like, oh, they read him to filth. First off, Bethany's dumbass couldn't even fucking speak. Bethany was fucking shaking and crying. She couldn't even look at him. And they're like, oh, she was just so scared. It took a lot of courage. Baby, she probably knows she fucking wrong as hell. She couldn't look at him. And Dylan didn't look at him either. Dylan, I thought you made eyes with him, baby. Where's the justice? One of the victim's sisters was the only one to look at him and talk shit to him, but that was it. It's like, bitch, why'd y'all come here? You know what I mean? So I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't know. Something ain't right. And I hope that do I think he was involved somehow? Of course. Of course. He was a little peeping Tom, a little creeper. But I don't think he acted alone. If he did do this, I really strongly disagree that he acted alone. And these bitches know. What case is this? Sorry, just got the Idaho 4. It's the Idaho 4. I'm very passionate about it because I was pissed off, y'all. When I tell you I was watching this, not verified, but I saw someone say the survivors left town and only came back to cooperate when they got a deal to talk. Even when they made eye contact, why would he leave a live witness? Exactly. Exactly. Also, this is another question. This is another question because DNA. I always go back to this. You're telling me, all right? You're telling me that this man unalived 4 people and there's not a drop of their blood anywhere else in the house. Not in the kitchen, not in the door, not in the hallway. How the fuck did he teleport from up there to his car without there being blood anywhere? Because did he not have their blood on him? Where are those clothes at? Where is everything at? They were literally following him, digging through his fucking trash. And they could, like, what do you mean? Where is the murder weapon? Where are the bloodied fucking clothes? Like, they didn't do their due diligence. They got lucky. I want to say they got lucky that he just said, yeah, it was me. That was it. Were they awake when he attacked? I haven't gotten that far. I honestly don't even know. No bloody shoe print. I think that's how they found Richard Ramirez. I don't know how, but it sounds like a cult sacrifice to me. It sounds fucking crazy. Hello, bestie. Because, you know, and they, I don't know. I don't fucking know. And everybody says that Idaho is eerie. I don't know. I don't live out there. I'll tell you this. I ain't going there now, bitch. Everybody says that Idaho is eerie. Do y'all know the Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell case? No, I do not. Finally alive. We here, baby. So yeah, it's too much. But when I'm telling you, that fuck ass documentary pissed me off. They didn't do enough. It just doesn't make sense. Damn way, I didn't think about that. You're right. How did he get out clean with no shoe marks? Exactly. Also, this is the biggest thing too. How the fuck did an intruder know where to go? Because they said he was stalking one of the girls. How did he know how to get in that house? It was a maze of a house. The layout made no sense to anybody. How did he know where X and Kaylee and Maddie and Ethan were? How did he know to go up there? Because then they said, oh, he's been in that house before. How do y'all know that? How do y'all know that he's been in that house before? They never explained that. They said, oh, yeah, he's been in the house before. He knew the layout. How? He was a peeping Tom. And also, the way the layout is of the house, how was he being a fucking peeping Tom? Where was he looking through? Because X, Maddie, and Kaylee were up like on the second or third floor. So how was he how was he being peeping Tom? If he was looking at anybody, it would have been Dylan or not Dylan, it would have been fucking Bethany. Like, make it make sense. It's too much, y'all. It's too much. I'm still on the deep dive with Amber Vance. He was obsessed with crime. He had the criminology degree or something like that. I think this was too easy. I think it was too easy. I think shit don't work like that. I think it doesn't work like that. Have you seen some of the photographs that were released? A lot of items were moved around. Yup. You got it's frustrating, y'all. It's very frustrating. And I'll entertain these bitches, okay? I'll entertain some of y'all. Let's say he did do it. Why the fuck did Dylan and Bethany not call the fucking cops? That's my biggest fucking question. That's my biggest red flag is they knew it. Whatever, if he did it or not, they know who the fuck did it. They know how the fuck he did it. They heard everything. Did they find any pics or notes journal of him planning this or not being or him being a stalker? No. So the only thing, they didn't find anything on his phone. He didn't have any apps. He didn't have any people he would talk to. He had random numbers of like some girls. The only reason that they know that he are in that area multiple times is because his fucking cell phone pinged on the towers. That's it. And they had receipts of him going into the town near there purchasing stuff. Regardless, cops weren't called, but again, they're white girls here. So wait, the house was demolished. Why? Even the parents were questioning, why would they demolish the house? Checan eso, mijas. The house is no longer there. The house is no longer there. That's weird. That's weird. Why would they demolish the house? Why would the house be demolished? They caught the person, right? The person's in jail. Brian's in jail. Why demolish the house? And the parents no estaban de acuerdo. They were not okay with that. They said, yeah, I understand that people are scared because of what happened in the house, but also a lot of memories of our kids are in that house, and they demolished it. They didn't tell us. They didn't tell us why. Yeah. Didn't the Mackenzie Sherilla case also happen in Idaho, or was that Ohio? I have no idea. There's too much, y'all. Of course, the Watts house is still there. Of course, we'll never know. I hope we're never put in these situations. It just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. No, deadass, because I called the non-emergency line because my neighbor was screaming in the middle of the night. He was experiencing night terrors, but still, I did my due diligence as a neighbor. Exactly. No, I am a fucking cop caller when it comes to fucking neighbor bullshit. They used to hate the fuck. In my old apartments, I didn't give a fuck. My neighbor would constantly be on his wife, and I would call like a bitch. And one day he told me, he threatened me. He was like, she stays calling the cops because she swears she hears my wife screaming. Baby, I do. He's like, it's the TV. No, it ain't the TV. Y'all watching the same thing on repeat or what? The fuck? And I remember the cops saying, we can't help her. We came here plenty of times. We do see her. We see how she looks. She if she doesn't want to fucking, press charges, you know what I mean? Bestie, you're scarring me. I don't know if I can watch the live tomorrow. Well, don't, baby. Al chile, don't. We too fucking grown. What you want me to do? Sit you on my lap? ¿Y hacerte piojitos o qué? Ya estás muy berijona, mijita. Si no puedes, no lo veas. We too old, baby. Yo no estoy aquí a apapachar a nadie. Yo lo siento. Si no puedes ir cierra los ojitos o vea pinche Peppa Pig o algo. No sé qué decirte, mija. Scare your shit. California press charges regardless of the victim's consent. Berijona, no mames. Pues sí, ya estamos berijonas. La neta, pa, ya estamos berijonas. Son cosas... Y bien que dice, que Jacobo dice, yo le tengo más miedo a un vivo que a un muerto. They have evidence coming out that he was at the house at least 5 times per cell phone record. Yes, he frequented... I think he was a peeping Tom, for sure. If we were talking paranormal stuff, I'm out. But this true crime, I'm here for it. It's scary, though. But here's the thing, right? I wouldn't say I'm a true crime junkie, but I do listen to a lot of it. And the reason I do, y'all, to be honest, I had heard a story of a girl who was obsessed with true crime and ended up fucking saving her life, bitch. So I listen, because you never know. Besties, the ones that always freak me out are the cases where people go missing and are never found. Those are scary. Those are scary. They really are. But I listen to that shit because, dude, the fucking audacity. And here's the thing, right? This is my thing. I listen to these cases. Are we calling out demons or what's going on tomorrow? We're just doing true crime tomorrow for our Bestie Live. You also missed the other part that he was getting his PhD in criminal studies or something. Yeah, but to be honest, I really don't see the relevance in it. Like, if he really was that good, I don't know. I just feel like that doesn't. Yes, it has something to do with it, but it's like, baby, y'all just pin this on him. And the whole point of this is he made it easy for everybody. He just said, yeah, I did it. That was it. The thing is, we're not getting the why. I think if these girls had called the police right away, we wouldn't be talking about this. We wouldn't be talking about it. My biggest thing is these bitches not calling the fucking police. Is it possible he almost created a perfect crime? It is possible he almost created the perfect crime. Maybe. I just don't understand how he left these 2 bitches. I don't understand how these bitches... I don't understand how he almost created the perfect crime, leaving 2 dumb bitches behind. That's my thing. I think the perfect crime, my apologies, this is going to sound really insensitive, would have been leaving no survivors. He left 2 survivors that saw him. He didn't care. He didn't think I'm going to handle this. He just left. But you know what? Maybe he got lucky. Maybe he got lucky because these two dumbass bitches just sat there for 8 hours. Maybe he knew these bitches were dumb. I don't know. Maybe he knew. Maybe that thing gonna call the cops. They're stupid. Idioto. Maybe he did study them. Maybe he did study these dumb bitches. Maybe he said these bitches are stupid. Or one of them can't fucking see at night. And she just thought that this bloody mess and the smell of blood was no issue. I don't know how the fuck these bitches were in college. So, yeah. Maybe he did. Maybe he did study. And he said, no pasa nada, cuh. Have you heard of Alonzo Brooks? Grew up with him in a real sad case. Was an unsolved mystery. So, no, I haven't seen it, bestie. I don't know, y'all. But he is appealing. So, I would not be surprised if this becomes into a bigger thing. But everybody is everybody's speculating. Everybody's sus about it. Everybody's like, this doesn't add up. Nothing fucking makes sense. The bigger theory here is that, yes, he did it. But there was so many other people involved. And they just let him take the fall. And that, to me, makes more sense. I refuse to believe he did it by himself. I refuse it. I refuse it. Because if you look at the fucking footage of him speeding out of there, I don't know, y'all. Something tells me, I could be wrong. Has the Grand Intuitor read the cards on this shit? Because you know what, I could be wrong, but I'm looking at it as a Peeping Tom case gone wrong. A Peeping Tom obsessed with the girl, saw her being unalived, and fucking entered, tried to help, and then ended up speeding off, leaving. I don't know. But also, how did he not get blood everywhere? I don't know. Unless, and here's what makes more sense to me. Nobody's gonna talk about this. It makes more sense to me that whoever was involved, okay, whoever was involved, fucking told these dumb bitches, enciérrense en el cuarto, lock yourself in the room for 8 hours because we gotta clean up. I do believe that. And why won't they say it? I don't know. That's more believable to me. That's more believable to me that whoever did it, they know who did it, and they say it's gonna be about 8 hours. Get in that room and chill while we clean this up, or we make it look sus. And when we're done, then you can call your friends over, and then you can call the police. Those 8 hours for not calling the police, there's no excuse. The only excuse I can find is that somebody was doing cleanup. He was obsessed with one of the girls and watched her, but didn't expect the friend to be sleeping in the bed with her. He was probably trying to kill one, not four. I do not get people who plead guilty. I've seen an SVU case similar to this, and it ended up not being the peeping Tom. But I still want to know why. That's the thing, bestie. That's what we all want to know. And there is no why. There is no why, because these bitches won't speak up. There is no why. We won't get a why until these bitches tell the truth. They know who did it. They know why it happened. But until they come out and fucking tell the truth, we're not going to know. Because there is no why. And here's another thing, too. That man who pled guilty has not spoken a motherfucking word, bitch. The only thing he said was, yes, I did it. And then he said yes when the judge asked him. That was it. He has not spoken since. He has not said why. He has not said how. He has not said a motherfucking word. All he said was, I did it. And then, yeah. So, I don't know. Do the parents of the people who were unalive talk to the living roommates? I don't know. They didn't say anything about that. It was too much. And then there was a lot of inconsistencies too. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But I guess we'll never know. These are the cases that I can't watch because it makes me uneasy not to know why. There's always a why. There's always a why. And and this is the thing, right? Whether he's autistic, I don't know if autism plays a huge part in it, but it's just like, I feel like if you're gonna do life in prison, why not just say why? Why not just give the details? He sat there and had to hear the family, like, talk shit to him and talk about the victims. And he just seemed confused the whole time. He was looking at them. He wasn't really like, and it's just like, why take the time to listen to this shit, but not take the time to tell them why he did it, who he was after, how it happened. Like, I'm sure none of it makes sense. I don't even think that they can clearly tell you, like, how it happened, who, you know what I mean? Where he went through, like, because, with these types of things, if they're really good, they'll tell you, okay, this is the time he got here. He went up this stairs. He attacked these people first, and then he went over here. Like, none of it made sense. None of it made sense. The layout didn't make sense. The stuff that was thrown in where didn't fucking make sense. There was, if you look at some of the pictures from before when they released the photos, there was a bunch of stuff on the floor. They fucking took them out in the redacted version, and it was just like, what is going on? They're hiding something. And then who knows? We'll never know because the house is gone, y'all. Any evidence, anything that was still left there, gone. He's a psycho. If he has criminal degree, he takes pride in not giving details. He knows people will always talk about them. He will never say anything because he studied criminology and knows what to do and not to do. If he confessed to everything, he'd be a bigger idiot than he is now. I don't know. He's doing an appeal now, so we'll see. But there's a lot of stuff coming out. And I think there's like other receipts that came out. There's text messages that have come out. There is footage of the screaming coming out, and they're trying to, like, I guess, reduce some of the volumes and kind of, I wouldn't say edit, but they're trying to get more of like the talking audio instead of like the background noise. And there's a lot of shit in there. So watch Amber Vance. Watch her. She gets into more of it. But that documentary, bitch, pissed me off. Pissed me off. They fucking swear. I wonder if they have looked into this childhood. Like, did he ever show typical signs of being a killer? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Now, the Lindsay case. The Lindsay case, y'all, tragic as fuck. Finally, a nurse came in and was given fucking real info. That doctor is a fucking asshole. I don't like that fucking bitch, okay? The doctor who fucking went, she's like, I don't know. I don't remember what her body temperature was. I don't remember this. I don't remember. Bitch, you're a motherfucking doctor. How do you not know this fucking shit? Like, do you not fucking take notes? Do you not fucking look over what the fuck you said? Did they mention the woman who he dated before he, who gave her killer vibes? No, not in the documentary. I highly doubt Brian will ever talk, and if he does, will be shocking. Yeah. If he did do this, which I'm like 70% he did, 30% he didn't. Right? I just don't think he did it alone. I see 200 patients a day. Like, bitch, fuck you. Fuck you. And the fucking, here's the thing, right? The husband looks like a fucking killer. He does. When I was watching the cold case files, y'all, you have to fucking, like, this isn't gonna make sense. And I don't want to fucking come for bitches who got black eyes, right? But, so, how do I explain this? When I was watching the cold case files, you can tell from, like, the eyes don't, how do you say? The eyes, they never lie, Chico. They don't. You can see when a motherfucker has no soul. If that makes sense. When I was watching cold case files and they would show the men who did it or the women who did it or whoever, like, you can tell when there is no life in those eyes. They're soulless and they're always dark. And it's not like black eyes. It could be brown eyes, blue eyes, but you can just see in the eyes that there's nothing there. It's empty. Like, they're like you can't, like, there's some people, you look at somebody, they have kind eyes. They have kind eyes. They have free eyes. They have angry eyes. They have sad eyes. You ever seen a bitch with sad ass eyes? Um, but these eyes they're lifeless. They're soulless. There's nothing there. And so when I look at Lindsay's ex-husband, they look lifeless to me. Okay? They look lifeless. Now, the Brian dude, his eyes, they don't look lifeless to me, but they do look dark. They do look like they're like they were a little lifeless, I'm not gonna lie. They were dark. But also I have to look at him again. I'm telling you, with him, he just looks confused to me. He looks confused, but I could be wrong. Yes, grandma ICU nurse as well, and the nurse did such a great job of documenting and advocating. I just have dark circles. You can tell they're evil. Yes, you can tell when a bitch is evil. You can just tell. There's another bitch. I think the entity, he who shall not be motherfucking named, bitch, lifeless. I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time for them bitches are soulless. I thought he looked too creepy. He looked soulless to me too. Yeah. I can look at the, I personally think Lindsay did it, but the voice in her head was her husband basically goading her to do it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if she did it. I don't know if he did it. I genuinely, I'm this is the case where, to be honest, I'm a little stumped. I'm a little stumped on it. I think that the husband is playing a huge part in it. I think he's playing a huge part in it. I just don't think, I think we're I think we're confusing a man who possibly did it to a man who just didn't give a fuck about his kids and wife. Because, the whole, like, oh, she killed the fucking kids. Like, I know that that's a huge, like, that's a huge point, right? But here's the thing, right? I don't know. I don't know. I'm at a point where no say. It's giving, like, maybe it's giving he definitely played a part. I don't know, y'all. Could it have been an accident? Could it have been that she did do that? Could it have been, like, it's just really weird. It's really weird how he remarried. It's really weird how he had more kids. It's really weird. The whole thing's very sus. I just think at the very least he neglected his kids. I think there was a huge part. I think, again, I think we're confusing. Maybe he did it to, like, him just not giving a fuck about his kids. Him not giving a fuck about his kids. Him not giving a fuck about his family in general. It's just weird. Is it true they found his DNA only on the bands? Yeah. These are the types of things where you just never fucking know. And people are now saying that he married his mistress so that she couldn't, like, testify against him type shit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This is one we just gotta wait and see how it plays out. Because about his new wife looks identical to his ex-wife. I couldn't tell them apart. No, I haven't even seen the ex-wife. I just seen that he took the stand, but don't he got a brand new kid? Yeah. It's just this is like fucking fiction type shit. Like, she was thrown out the like, she threw herself out the window allegedly, but she fell on her fucking back. When you throw yourself out the window, I would imagine that you fucking land face down. I don't know. She about to be in for a rude awakening too. He married this year, correct? I believe so. Also, the Idaho 4 cases, yes, it is very sus. It's very sus. There's a lot of cases where it's just like, and I get it. Like, I think when you see something, you're like, who the fuck do you even go after? Who do you start investigating? Who, right? But with this Lindsay case, I need to do more research, to be honest. I don't know the ins and outs. I do know that there's a lot of also, like, it doesn't make sense. Her DNA not being on the band of the Apple Watch, the way that she threw herself out the window like this, it's like she was pushed out instead of her like jumping out. Because she's paralyzed now. She didn't fall face first, she survived it. A lot of people were saying that he did it. He killed his kids and the wife, but she survived the fall. So you know what I mean? There's a lot. There's a lot. And you know what? That makes sense too. I think that makes more sense than anything, that he could have killed his kids allegedly and fucking tried to kill her, but she didn't die. I don't think Lindsay thought she would really survive, but look at her now, paralyzed. The grand jury said he did it. I mean, it would make sense. That's what it looks like. It just doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. But yeah, I think if so, this is how it played out. To where he unalives his children, and then he tries to unalive her. Okay, and she doesn't die. I'm pretty sure he's like, well, fuck, now I gotta blame her for it. But in your opinion, do you think the mom did it, bestie? I don't know. I know there's a certain type of man that can drive his wife to commit the type of crime. I think that type of man will easily move on and make a new family. I wonder if they'll ever look into him. He said he told the kids. He said she told him the kids were in the basement when he found her, but her thyroid was crushed and lungs full of blood. She couldn't talk. I haven't done my research. I need to do my research. What gets me is she asked for an attorney before she asked about the kids. Premeditated, if you ask me. I don't think so. The crushed up pills in her nightstand. I think she's a nurse, so if she wanted to hurt herself, I think she would have been successful. Is she saying she didn't do it? She's pleading guilty, but she's pleading insanity. But a lot of people are saying that her lawyer is trying to get her is basically trying to get her off on insanity and then say that she was not of sound mind when she pled guilty. She knew what she did. Damn, you bitches are fucking harsh. You bitches are harsh. Cause here's my thing. This is what I'm thinking, right? Hear me out. I haven't heard everything, right? I haven't heard everything, but Annette, listen to me real quick, okay? Because I hear what you're saying. But let's say that this is the situation. Just for shits and giggles, listen to me. We don't know if this is true. This is me making up a scenario. Let's say that one day you come home and your children are offed. Let's say that you come home, your children are unalive because your husband killed them. And then he tries to kill you. Okay? He tries to kill you. You see your children are gone. All right? And then you see him push you out the fucking window. You're in pain. You can't speak. And you're paralyzed. And you wake up. You know that your children are dead because you saw your husband do it. You saw them. You got home and they were dead. So would you ask about your kids? Or would you fucking say, bitch, I need a motherfucking attorney because this motherfucker's going to frame me? Because if she knew her kids were dead, why the fuck she going to ask about them? If we're being logical. You know what I mean? And if she did often, why the fuck would she ask about them? Why would she ask about them? If she's a bitch who don't give a fuck, if she did kill her kids, why the fuck she gonna ask? She knows they're dead. She did it. Or she saw it happen. So yeah, I don't think I honestly don't think that would be a big deal for me, of her asking for an attorney before asking for her kids. She knows they're dead because either she killed them or she saw who killed them. So I honestly feel like I would still ask for my kid. I don't know. Let's be logical for a second. Let's be logical. I heard she checked herself out the hospital. She asked about her kids first, then for the attorney, and also asked for her husband not to be her proxy and to not be resuscitated. I don't know. I'm just saying. If I seen some, God forbid, but a bitch, yeah, I'm asking for an attorney. I can't speak. I was pushed out the fucking window, allegedly. And if she did do it, she asked for help so many times that her medical professional failed her. What do you think about him changing his shoes on his way from CVS to picking up their food? It's a minor detail, but very suspicious. I think the husband had something to do with it. If she did do it, that's one thing, but she was also failed by the healthcare system and was all types of mess. She could have been in psychosis. Her husband just didn't care. Didn't she call for help a lot of times? Yeah. I don't know. And here's the thing, right? To be honest, God forgive me, but y'all don't give a fuck about moms. On some real life shit. First of all, by law, she should not have been on all those medications. Here's the thing, right? I feel like, can I say something? Can I say something or not? I think a lot of you bitches be judgy as hell when it comes to moms. When y'all know what it's like. Y'all know what postpartum is like. Y'all know what depression is like. Y'all know what postpartum anxiety, postpartum. Y'all know y'all was in the fucking newborn trenches. And just because y'all got out of it and y'all survived it, whoa, she killed her kid. She's a bad person. Baby, y'all went through it. Y'all got lucky. Y'all either had a good support system or y'all are some strong ass bitches and y'all got through the fucking trenches. Not everybody's that strong, homie. And I think she was strong because she asked for help. But all of a sudden it's like, no, she killed her kids. Yes, we know. And unfortunately, 3 little angels are gone. But bitch, she tried. You got to give her that. She was trying. She was trying. And it could happen to anybody. To sit here and fucking judge a bitch, it's like, it could happen to anybody. It could happen to anybody. We women at the end of the day sure as hell like to say, well, I didn't do that. Exactly. Like, girl, okay. You got lucky. And I say lucky. I literally say lucky because, to be honest, bitch, how the fuck could I be here? How could I be here? My mom fucked up so much. My mom literally would fucking leave us alone when I was fucking 9 years old taking care of a newborn. You know what could have happened in that time? But nobody gave a fuck. My mom used to leave us in a fucking car. Nowadays, you can't do shit like that. It's a learning process, okay? The times fucking change. Like, I'm not saying cut her some slack, but don't act holier than that like it couldn't happen to you. It could. It very much fucking could. It could happen to you. All right, it could. So to sit here and be like, oh, I think she down. I don't have any sympathy for her because she killed her kids. Baby, La Llorona drowned hers and you bitches fucking scared of her when she pops out. Where's the Llorona slander? Y'all use that bitch to scare your kids. So, chica eso, mija. Chica eso. Bitches are harsh. Y'all harsh. Don't ever let it be y'all. And you know what? Don't ever let it be you, or don't let it ever be one of your daughters on some real ass shit, or your niece, or your cousin, or your sister that is in the motherfucking trenches with postpartum, and she's not in her fucking mental capacity to take care of her kids and nobody helps her. So, checa eso, mija. Yep, and they like to say they don't support moms, but then the first ones to be talking all that shit, judging moms and shit. Well, here's the thing. This is what I can't stand. And not to get like this, but it's the same bitches who are against motherfucking abortion. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Now I'm mad. A lot of bitches should not motherfucking be moms. I don't care. Look what happened to Gabriel Fernandez. Y'all want so bad for these women to keep having these kids. Y'all are so against abortion. Y'all are so against adoption. Y'all are so against all this shit. But when this shit happens and it's fucking real, we blame the mom. Baby, y'all don't help women. Y'all don't fucking help women when it comes to this shit. Not everybody needs kids. And you know what? Not everybody fucking deserves kids. And look what happened. Look what happened. She was failed. If she really did it, she was fucking failed because nobody cares. Y'all just want bitches to be miserable. Y'all want bitches to fucking have babies a fuerzas. And then shit like this happens. And then we're pointing the finger at her. When who fucking knows? Maybe she didn't want kids. Maybe she was forced to have kids. Maybe she was trying her fucking best. She went several times to fucking get help. And nobody fucking helped her. Not to mention, this is postpartum psychosis. It's indescribable until you go through yourself. Exactly. But it makes you mad. It makes you mad. Because like, bro, why are we against abortion? Why are we against birth control? Why are we against adoption? Let these babies be born in families that really want them. Let them be adopted by families who can take care of them. Stop forcing bitches to have kids when they're not in the mental state to fucking have them. And when they ask for help, chequea eso. On some real shit. Send a fucking wellness check. Go check on her. It pisses me off. And it's just, society forces children on women all the fucking time. Some bitches are not meant to be mothers. I said what I said. I don't care. Some bitches should not be moms. It is what it is. I hate to tell y'all this. A lot of these bitches should not have kids. They should not be having kids when they're broke as fuck. They should not be having kids when they have fucking mental illness in their fucking family. They should not be having kids when they know damn well que van a salir de ese. I'm sorry. It is what it is. There's too many bitches out here having kids. And especially nowadays when kids are content kids. I said it. Anyways. Yeah. People psychosis lose touch with reality. Look at what Perez Hilton went through. So yeah. I'm not saying she didn't have those issues because I've been through depression myself and it's hard, but look at the way she staged her house. It's crazy. Why are you saying she staged her house when her fucking DNA isn't anywhere? Her DNA is not on the fucking bed, bestie. It's her fucking fuck-ass husband's. Why are you saying she set it up? She didn't fucking set it up. Her husband did. You were big on DNA in the Idaho 4 case. DNA doesn't fucking lie. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyways, there was another comment I was trying to read. She didn't finger the sand, she towed it. Yeah, well, that sand's tired, baby. But her versus different postpartum psychosis. Didn't she get thrown the I wouldn't know. All I know is I don't know. All I know is I don't know. I don't like bitches getting in for men. I don't like that. Don't let it be you, baby. And I'm telling y'all right now, I'ma say it, and it's gonna come off harsh as fuck. Okay? Are they saying that her husband did it since there's no DNA of hers? They're not necessarily saying that he did it, but they're saying he played a part in it. There is no proof that he has done it, and she is pleading guilty to doing it. So, all I'm gonna say, checan eso. Every motherfucking thing that you are hard on, don't ever let it be you. I better not ever find out y'all in some fucking fuck-ass shit like this. Porque te lo voy a recordar, mijita. Okay? All you bitches that fat shame me, I better not ever see you bitches get fat. Okay? Okay? Are we clear? Are we clear? I better not see bitches get fat, and I better not see bitches in these types of cases. Wait a minute. Did she get thrown out the window? She didn't look in this case because I'm spitballing here. It's being compared to the Chris Watts case, like when he tried blaming his wife. So, yeah. I don't know, y'all. I guess we gotta wait and see. The blood drops behind the bed are consistent with her hiding from someone right under the window. She had fat shame even when I'm big as hell. That's true. Me being fat ain't never gonna stop me, bitch. Ain't never gonna stop me from fat shaming a bitch. One thing I love is fat on fat crime, and y'all know this. One thing that's true and dear to my heart is fat on fat crime. I fucks with it. Y'all don't do skinny on skinny crime, huh? I haven't seen skinny on skinny crime. We're just different. We're just different. I love calling a fat bitch a fat bitch. I love calling a fat guy a fat bitch. The way she threw herself seems like she was throwing it out a jump willingly. I want to propose something. I think that we should all just be lesbians. I think we should all, let's buy an island. Let's all be lesbians. We don't even need men to have babies. We just need the sperm. And let's just go. Let's just go. Let's go. Let's not ever look at a man. Let's not ever, like, we can fucking 3D print fucking dildos and shit. We're fine. Or her body temp dropping like 16 degrees in 45 minutes when it takes hours. I just think we need to be wary of men. As a mom, I feel like it's not hard to imagine that she did it, but also it's hard for sure to say she did because postpartum is hard. The hormones enough play a big role. Imagine being on meds. Lavender marriage. But a lot of gay men don't like women too. I did ask my husband if we divorce, I'm switching to a butch woman. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Do what you gotta do. Um, the Perez Hilton thing, that was fucking insane. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if that was real or not. That was really scary. I do think it was like a humiliation ritual for whatever he be doing. Um, but it sucks. Mind you, we can all go through depression during our premenopause. Shit, don't catch me, bitch. I'll be crashing out. I already crash out. Don't catch me on a bad motherfucking day. So much. There's just too much. I feel no sympathy for him because he did our girl Brit dirty. I never really watched. I never really liked him, to be honest. The only time I appreciated him was whenever he read Kalaka to Phils one time on a live. That was it. Our brother-in-law did the same thing as Perez during psychosis. He refused to take his meds and wouldn't sleep. It's rough. It's rough. Pero es que, that's why you should be humble. Okay? I think this is why you should be humble. Y nunca digas que de esa agua no vas a beber. Whenever I be talking shit, I'm like, uno nunca sabe. Uno nunca sabe. I would like to say, hey, maybe if I was in a situation, I'd do something differently, but you truly never fucking know. Por eso nunca hay que decir nunca hay que decir, that would never happen to me, or I don't ever, it's just, baby, you never know. You never motherfucking know. Yo por eso yo no juzgo a los que engañan o los que están engañadas. I don't fucking talk shit about the bitches that be staying in their marriages and shit. Like, hey, you know what? That's your business. There's kids involved. I'm a mind mine because at the end of the day, we could all be cuernudas. You know what I mean? So I think Perez and Wendy Williams both getting their karma, both always pick and talk shit about people, and now look at them. I don't know. I see it. I do get that. But you gotta understand, baby. They was out here doing their due diligence too. They was talking about shit nobody wanted to talk about. Did si se pasaron de verga? Yeah, they did. There was plenty of times where they did, but I don't know. It's rough. As a mom that went through postpartum depression and went into psychosis with my second, I do not wish on anyone. You can't explain what you go through. I had to go through so many hoops to get the help. My husband never left me with the kids alone. I bestie. I thought his kids were home and Perez's sister and niece were home. Saw he was going through psychosis and took the kids out of the home. No wonder why Scales doesn't want to talk. I think Perez and Wendy Williams. I think Perez and Wendy Williams. Both getting their karma. I don't know. We'll have to see. No sé. La verdad no sé. La verdad no sé. I guess it just depends. Perez read Entity to Filth before. It was on a live. They didn't get rich talking about people. There's no one tuning in. It's not a Perez Wendy problem. It's a society parasocial celebrity problem. That's what I'm saying. Bien que, a todos les gusta el pedo. This is my number one thing too. Look, I'm not a Perez fan. Wendy Williams, I used to like her shit. I'm not gonna lie. I used to watch her from time to time. Perez Hilton, I never really liked him, but I've never been a fan of him, to be honest. I do know that he's problematic, but never been a fan. It's just like Jeffree Star. I feel like they have the same type of vibe, right? They're just problematic in their own way. Can they grow on you a little bit? Maybe, right? Some would say that I'm problematic because I talk chisme y lo que sea. But I will say, I'm not sitting here talking to myself. Okay? These people are not here talking to themselves. There's people, and especially with Wendy Williams, baby, people paid to go watch that show live. You know what I mean? That's how deep in these bitches are on the tea. So to sit there and say, oh, that's her karma, well, baby, then we're all going to get karma. We all talk shit about somebody. We've all made fun of somebody. We've all fucking laughed at somebody. We've all laughed at our oppies. I sure do, bitch. I sure do. I laugh at my oppies. Of course I do. They laugh at me too. So it's like, it's really fucking crazy to be like, that's what they get, or it's karma. And it's like, well, baby, then we all gotta get our karma because we all do it. We're not celebrities, right? We're not celebrities talking about celebrities, but we talk about amongst ourselves, which might even be worse. So I think it's something that happens. I think it's just shit that happens. Whatever he's going through. I mean, I'm sure he never thought this would happen to him, but it does. Being in the public eye for so many years, because he's like, he would talk about celebrities. It's rough. So, did he think this was gonna happen? Probably not. But it happened. So all he can do is roll with the motherfucking punches. Roll with the punches. Get out there. I'm sure, maybe, I wouldn't say karma, but maybe humbled. I think we've all been humbled from time to time because you got to go through shit to understand it. And my understanding is he did come really hard for Britney when she had her breakdown. And now he's gone through one. So I'm sure now when he sees something else, you're like, you know what, let me not report on this, or let me not give my 2 cents because I've been through it now. And that's what it is. And sometimes, to be honest, besties, sometimes you need to be humble. I always take humbling as, you gotta see it as a blessing. Sometimes you kind of have to go through things to understand the perspective. You kind of have to understand how that person was managing this, because it ain't easy. Lo más fácil en esta pinche perra puta vida es hablar. Pero vivirlo es muy diferente, okay? It's so easy. As I'm saying, the only thing I can always relate it to is fucking bitches talking about me being fat. It's so easy, but oh, Julia's a fucking fat bitch, torta this, torta that. Let them get fat, bitch, or let them kids come out fat, or let their husband get fat, or let their mama be fat, and then it's different. Show me how easy it is to lose the weight. Show me how easy it is to be in society where people hate fat people and walk about como si nada. It ain't easy. You know what I mean? So him talking about Britney's mental health state and now him going through it, it ain't easy. Sometimes you got to go through shit, okay, to understand that person. So, do I like him? No. Do I wish him well? Yeah, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't see any relation with him. I didn't watch him. But yeah, I mean, I hope he's okay, because that's just a human nature. If this town is just an apple, then let me take goodbye. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do me that way? So yeah, you know what I mean? He had 3 kids with no other parent. So for the sake, I hope he heals. Yeah, and it was crazy to watch. So, but yeah, every time until you walk him on these. No, but I'm saying the only time I enjoyed him was when he read Calacara Field. I forgot what it was. She was on a TikTok live talking shit about La Abuelita, and he went on there. He did like they went live together. I think they were battling too. And she's going on about La Abuelita's husband being a felon. And he was like, wait, dude, it killed me, bitch. It killed me, because he goes, wait. He's like, Calaca. He says her real name, obviously. He's like, aren't you a felon? And then she's just like, yeah, and I paid him. And he's like, so maybe he already paid his dues too. Which was fucking insane. I forgot what else he brought up about her. And I was like, and she was shook. Like, she was shook. I guess she thought that he was going to be on her side. I don't fucking know. But she was just like, yeah, get the fuck off my live. He was acting like he was not reading them comments on his live. No, I was fucking dead. And she was just like, get off my live. Like, she was okay, get the fuck off my live. The way he says it con cara de mental making me... No, I was fucking dead. Because he was like, but aren't... He's like, wait. He's like, but aren't you? And I was just like... I was dead, bitch. So, I'm sure she's fucking happy about his bullshit. The audacity that her shit don't sink. I have transparency. Like, bro, I need to see this clip. It was whenever she first started, like, the La Abuelita series, bitch. It's just crazy. Like, it's the hypocrisy for me, bitch. It's the hypocrisy for me. Because there's been, like, it is what it is. I don't even want to get into it. But the GoFundMe has been such a huge thing, right? But the fact that she's coming at people talking about, like, people who fucking went to Mexico and are trying to start over, and it killed me, okay? It killed me, because she was on a fucking rant about donating to these people's GoFundMe was enabling them and not getting them on their feet. And then she's in, mind you, she has a husband. He can work in Mexico. And I was just like, where have I heard this before? Why are we against GoFundMes all of a sudden? Because I've seen a couple GoFundMes that she's fucking started. Like hers when she got deported, and like another one for fucking fees. So it's okay when other bitches do it. You know what I mean? I don't understand. I'm like, what's the issue? It's the hypocrisy for me, and it's always gonna be that. Yo puedo hacer, pero los demás no pueden hacer. And this is the problem. And this is why opportunities are scarce. This is why, here's the thing, right? Me personally, I really ain't nobody in social media. I try to help where I can. You need help on Facebook. You need help motherfucking monetize it. I could try to help you get there, because I already went through it, okay? And I wish I had the help that I got when I first started social media to help people out. El sol sale para todos. Everybody has their own motherfucking niche. Some bitches do series on people. Some bitches do life in Mexico. Other bitches choose to show their ass. Who cares, okay? Cada quien y sus pinches desmadres. Me personally, I do soft life, right? Is it real? Is it not? We'll never fucking know. But cada quien, you gotta be able to help bitches. If you only think about yourself, you're not gonna get anywhere. And I'm telling you this right now because with Brenda's podcast with Sin Filtros, I have tried to help her the best I can to get it up and running. And, you know, I've been doing these episodes with her, getting you guys to go and watch, which another one comes out tomorrow, Chequen eso. To, you know, to watch it, you know, or maybe share it, get other people to watch it, right? And she's gone up in subscribers. She's gone up on Facebook too. And it's like it's not something I went in thinking, oh, I need something back in return. But she has helped me a lot too. She has put me on to a bunch of businesses and I have helped her with her YouTube. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's a give and take. But you don't go helping people expecting something. It's just, you know, let me help her out because I like the idea. I like the concept. And because of her, I've been able to fucking network with other creators. You know what I mean? I've been able to reach out and I've been able to get opportunities. So it's a give and take. Same thing with me. I went to go do a video for a business. I was like, hey, here, like she would love to do it too. And they reached out and it's like, you gotta help each other out. It's not always about you. If you always want to be on top, bitch, what the fuck? If you always want to be the only one, you're not gonna get anywhere. It's about community. Okay? And a lot of these bitches don't get it. And they never will get it. They never will get it. That's why bitches be lonely. Because you need friends. I love how the Soft Life series triggers people. She's a survivor, like you always mad because you had to struggle because you were post pop in a hat. Do you guys truly believe people change? I always think people get humbled, but true change isn't a guarantee. You need to see them in that same state of mind to see if they act different. I don't think people change. I don't think people change. I think, like change is a really strong word, and it depends on what you see as change. Me personally, I don't think that I've changed, but I do think that I have matured. You know what I mean? The me from a couple years ago, bitch, I was out here doing all types of shit. I was getting banned on Instagram Live. Now, ya me calmé. I still talk cheese, man. I still do my bullshit. Todavía me meto en pedos, pero no tanto. No tanto como antes. But, and that's why I'm saying I don't think I've changed. Porque sigo mis desmadres. Nada más que ya me la sé llevar un poco más, ¿no? But I don't think people change. I think people mature or maybe their mindset shifts a little bit. But I think for somebody to truly change their nature, you have to go through like a life altering event. To be honest, I think shit has to fucking happen. Like your world needs to be turned upside down for you to, or like you have a spiritual awakening or something to change your habits. It's very hard. You are who you are. You are who you are. It's not easy to sit here and say I've changed. Have you? Or you just are you camouflaging your bullshit? Because that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people confuse change with baby. You're just a little chameleon, and you just camouflaging who you really are. It's fake. It's a facade. You haven't changed. You just learn how to fucking alter it, but you're still a piece of shit. So that's why I'm like, bitch, I don't change. I just mature a little bit. Cause what is change? I don't believe it for a second. I think everybody's true nature is still up in their fucking asshole. Just, you gotta fart it out. Bad analogy, but you know what I mean. But if you know somebody who genuinely has changed, I mean, let me know. I'd love to hear that story. Because I don't believe in that shit. Who's changed in my life? Oh, yeah, me mordí el labio. Who's I talking about? They wish me to fucking bite my lip, bitch. Who's changed? Let me think of somebody who's really changed. Nobody, bitch. Like in my personal life, I've never met anybody who has changed. I was watching your TikTok story times and you definitely see the maturity. Yeah. I think I just matured a little bit. I don't think I've changed. I'm trying to think if anyone in my life has actually made like a fucking, I would say one of my brothers, I've seen his change when he became a dad. He was a little bit more serious, a little bit more responsible. But like it wasn't like a bad change to a good change. It was just a change. The only thing I changed was now I'm attracted to Wicker. I agree, but I used to be this madrosa, but now I'm my special needs daughter. I have matured so much and have different priorities. But if someone pisses me off, girl, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We change a little bit. I think we do change a little bit. I think our mindset shifts, but I wouldn't say change. Cause some of you bitches ain't shit. Y'all was born ain't shit, and y'all go fucking desgraciadamente ain't shit. It is what it is, and I'm one of them hoes. Cause saying the streets. Shut the fuck fuck up, bitch. These streets raised me. Growing up in the ghetto raised me, bitch. Ay, por favor. I would like to change. I would like to change, but it's not easy. It's not easy being stuck in your old habits. At my 50 years of age, I hope to see some change. Pues no falta mucho, mijita. No falta mucho. I think I would like to change. What would I want to change about myself? I would love to change no ser tan pinche contestona. I think that's always been my downfall, es siendo una pinche contestona de mierda que no me sé callar el pinche hocico. If sales degenerate every 7 years, I've changed plenty. I wish I wasn't so quick to just fucking defenderme. Like, cállate, mijita, irá. Cállese. Pero no. No puedo. Desgraciadamente, no puedo. Estoy loca. One day I will, though. I think when I'm older, I bet you when I'm older, ya no voy a hacer tan mierda. I'm gonna fucking be chill. I'm gonna be a chill old lady. I agree, you mature. I'm going through something really big in life, and it definitely has taught me what being lonely truly is and has shown me who's in my corner and not things for granted. Take things for granted. Yeah, bestie. La verdad, sí. I think that that's a huge thing, too. I got in trouble that day for laughing like a hyena the day, bestie. You had Don talking about 50. That's mine, too, bestie. I just got into it for 2 days over. Yeah, it's just too much. But I think for me, like, growing up and maturing is realizing you don't like fucking what's his name? Like Joey Diaz motherfucking says, you don't need a bunch of people. You need like two fucking down ass motherfuckers and you're good. And I got them. So, you know what I mean? You just need 2 bitches in your corner. If at that. You only need a couple bitches in your circle and you're Gucci. I'll tell you, I just seen the Wick movie trailer and that's crazy. Hey. This trailer? This trailer? Cause who finna go see it with me? I'm gonna make Jacobo go. He's gonna be so mad at me. He's gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna tell him it's a horror movie. I'm gonna es de terror, mijito. ¿Cuándo sale? When does it come out, y'all? Lorena, you would think. I would think you seen it, baby. I would think you was all on that. I think you fucking saved it. Shit. Wicker movie. When's it coming out? U.S. theatrical release. October 23rd. Oh, perfect. Perfect. It'll be in spooky season, baby. Hell yeah. Release date October 23rd in the U.S. Okay. Bitches other UK don't get it till the 30th. Okay, cool. October 23rd is a good motherfucking day. I'm gonna be the first bitch to get tickets. Cause yeah, I'm gonna say it's a horror movie. I'm gonna say it's a scary movie. Watch party October. I'm debating if I'll enjoy it more with or without my husband. We should all go because the fuck. Yeah, it would be a horror movie. The best. He would be scared to get. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a horror movie. I'm gonna be like, it's a scary movie. A ver si se anima. And then he's not gonna know what the fuck. And I downloaded that app so that he could listen to the movies in Spanish. So I'm like, hey, is it better in Spanish or in English? I want him to understand it. I want him to be like, bitch, what the fuck did you bring me to? Oh, he's gonna be so mad, y'all. Because he likes scary movies and he's gonna think it's an actual scary movie. No, it's not. We all coming out with wicker babies. He don't know. He don't fucking know. Honestly, I don't know why people are saying splinters. It looks like if you really if you weave it good, baby, ain't no splinter. Look, it's smooth. The texture, como dijo Steph, will go crazy, but it's smooth. Ain't no splinter here. I don't know why y'all was tripping. Y'all tripping. It's smooth, baby. Look. I think it'll be fine. Yeah. Scary for him for sure. The Wicker Baby. I see no problem. Yeah, I don't understand why he was saying splinters. How? How you getting a splinter? And tell him don't be watching the trailers. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell him. I'm like, it's Wicker. I'm like, se trata de brujas. Se trata de brujería. He's so fucking mad. But I'm gonna take his ass. Excuse me. Anyways, ya me voy, mijitas. Ya me voy. Y'all got my blood pressure up. Y'all got me fucking mad, bitch. Yeah. That man has hardwood. I just want to know where the plot's going. Because lots of people can't figure out what's the ending. Like, what's the point? She fucking a Wicker Man, okay, and then what happens? Is it like the village is jealous? Or what's tea? I don't know. Parece una pinche loca, I mean. Anyways, ya me voy, besties. The fact that she's the only one getting in on is too, it is fucking crazy. Ya me voy. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another true crime, our bestie true crime episode. Bring your wine, bring your fucking snacks. 9 p.m. bestie membership. We're doing spooky stories. Y'all can submit cold cases that don't sit right with you or spooky stories. Okay, we're gonna be doing that tomorrow, 9 p.m. en pijama. Vamos a andar en pijamadas, okay? If you scared, go to church, all right? If you ain't about it, Bessie, please, we're on someone's screen. I don't give a fuck. There's still more hair than the bitch. Anyways, yeah. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be on the road driving, but I won't be there. Yeah, tomorrow, 9 p.m. Central Time. So, again, for those who haven't got the PSA, there will be a live every day. But 2 of those lives a week will be bestie lives only. So on a technicality, the besties are getting a live every day. The regular besties are not getting a live every day. Unless you become a bestie, then you will get a live every day. Because I can't do double live days. I thought I could, but I can't. So, besties, tomorrow, 9 p.m., be there or be square. Do your research. Send in a cold case that does not sit right with you, or a crime case that does not sit right with you, or spooky stories. We're getting into this shit, okay? I'm going to light a fall candle. I'm going to shove a pumpkin up my fucking ass, and we're going to get it going. So I love y'all. Que Dios me los bendiga. Hoy, mañana y siempre por los siglos de los siglos. Amen. I will see y'all tomorrow. Regular besties.